pretty sure that when that ship used the rift all of the Marvel stuff happened makes sense. The ship left the island in a rift. You gathered the missing parts first, then the ship launched going into a rift in the general direction of Misty, and then if you went to shoreline behind Misty the ship was there with the hatch opened. But didn't Captain America first arrive on the island before it? But the big reason the Marvel people came here is because the rift since Galactus was attracted to the energy. What happened is the spaceship went through the rift, which made the rift open. Galactus now has a way to get to our universe so he can defeat Marvel, so in the live event he's going to come through that rift, which you can see in Sky. It's a yellow glowing thingy. Man, this had so much potential that got ruined. We probably would have seen a rift get made then in the sky. The ship came back to the map within the same season. It was really only there to introduce how Siona arrived. I mean, didn't we all just forget about the bunker that was around for like 10 seasons? Whatever happened to that? There are still some bunkers. I think people have just come to the conclusion nothing will ever happen. I need to know what was in that hatch. There's another hatch that you can't get into on the eastern mountain shoreline. It's covered by a bush and so much mystery. In that hatch is Save the World for Free and the entire Fortnite storyline chapter 1 to chapter. The original bunker in Weeping Lowell. Spent so much time theorizing about it, even glitched inside to see if there was anything. There wasn't lol. They're probably leaving the mysteries of that vault until the end of chapter 2. NGL, it probably has something to do with 0 Point. Remember when we thought this would lead to season 4 being a space-themed BP? I speculated the secret skin being Star Wars related lmao. I still want an entire space-themed season that would be sick. Yes, XC1S3 was space-themed, but I wasn't around for that, and it was only the battle pass instead of all of the map changes and storyline. Exactly, I want to see a full-on space season, like have the map be in space or some crazy shit with a floating ship poi. I would actually love that, and imagine a space battle pass, or the space lobby music. If they could have lobby music that sounds like the Stellaris soundtrack, it would actually be my favorite season ever, and imagine the mythics. I think it was supposed to be a way to reincorporate rifts into the storyline without being too forced. Would have loved to see them do more with it though. It was only to promote Dio as the ship returned without him in it, then he hit the shop. It was also the introduction of rifts, and that led Thor and Galactus to the Fortnite map, and it also brought Stark Industries and many other small locations from Earth. 100 years later I would use a part 3 Dio costume non-stop if it existed. Why does no one know it was spelled Dio? I think that's how it's spelled that, and plus I'm guessing his mini-event was to test out the Stark ships to see if they would work properly. But that's my little theory anyway. I figured the rift it created when blasting off was what Thor and Galactus came across. TBH, that's probably the best explanation I've heard. It was only like CH1S3 was about astronauts, so let's fit some astronauts too in CH2S3. Nothing of relevance ever came out of it, so yes. When Disney bursts into your office dangling a huge paycheck, of course you're going to ignore your minor story in favor of a huge ad. Still annoys me. Unfortunately, yes, just like the storyline of CH2S3, non-existent man looking back at C2S3 after the water receded and cars came out. It was so damn boring. If they at least had more story in the season, it would be a lot better. No, it was the catalyst for this season. That's why Galactus sensed the energy of Zero. But don't you guys like ads disguised as battle passes? It was the ship that caused the rift to appear to Galactus and Thor. I feel like it might be brought up again along with the rest of the storyline after the Marvel stuff has ended. Like everything in Fortnite, get used to it. Yes. Because Epic decided that all their work should be scratched to show off their amazing collaboration with Marvel, and thus making the worst season of the game. Who needs creativity when you can just copy other people's works anyways? Yup. Just like any storyline lore of Fortnite before this season.